it's Mega Robert from MegaRobertTV, and today I'm going to talk about how Ben has master control of the Omnitrix in the new Ben 10 series. So I know what you guys are thinking, Ben having master control, but how? He's only 10 years old. And you would say that because Ben 10 didn't get that superpower until he turned like 15, 16 years old, basically the ability to control what alien he turns into and just jump between aliens with no problems. And Ben does have that superpower in this new series, but he just doesn't know it yet. So if you guys have seen the episode Ben 24 Hours, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the episode basically takes place where Ben is watching sumo slammers all night long, and of course the morning after that he's just super tired and he's just falling asleep everywhere he goes. But eventually Ben just completely collapses and falls asleep and just, goes into this trance. And in this trance he's basically just floating in this green void where he's surrounded by all of his transformations. And even in his mind he's fallen asleep and he doesn't know that any of this is happening. And it sounds crazy, but if you watch the episode, you can see this all happen where Ben is basically just floating there, just kind of like asleep, dreaming about like eating squid ink and all this other stuff, doing his homework on the weekend, and he's dreaming about all this. And as he's doing that, he slams down on the Omnitrix in his mind, and that gives him the ability to start jumping between aliens. So outside of his body, in the real world, Gwen is there watching Ben turn into Accelerate, zooming all over the place in his sleep. But then right after that, he jumps and turns into Overflow and just starts shooting water everywhere. And Ben doesn't know he's doing this, but Gwen has the best reaction ever, and she's just completely like, Ben, did you just alien jump? We gotta talk about this. And after he changes from Accelerate into Overflow, he eventually turns into Cannonbolt straight from Overflow. So Ben has this ability to just start jumping between aliens, and it's definitely not something they glide over in this episode either. The writers definitely intentionally put this in there to show fans that Ben might have this superpower in the upcoming episodes. So after he turns into Cannonbolt, Gwen eventually wakes him up by telling him that there's a new episode of Sumo Slammers, and that kind of snaps Ben out of this trance where, he loses the master control and just turns into Ben again. But the crazy part is that we actually saw Ben use the master control without having to unlock it in the Omnitrix. He can just do it with his mind, and he just doesn't know it. And at the end of the episode, we actually see Gwen and Ben falling asleep on Grandpa Max's shoulders, and Gwen, before she's falling asleep, tells Ben, Ben, did you know you were jumping between aliens? And Ben's like, I guess you need a nap because, you must have just made that all up. But we know Gwen wasn't. Ben actually was using the full potential of his Omnitrix. And it's crazy to think that we find out so early in the series that Ben can unlock the master control with just his mind. Like, what does this mean for the series? Like, will Ben start working towards unlocking the full potential of the Omnitrix? Or, maybe will Vilgax or another big villain try to steal the Omnitrix, knowing that they can unlock it, just with their minds? Or, is this something only Ben can do with the Omnitrix? And, there's so many questions I have now that have been unlocked, just like the Omnitrix has been unlocked from this episode. So, I could go on for hours about this. I'm really excited, and I want to know what you guys have to think about it. So, question of the day, what do you guys think about Ben having the master control now? Tell me in the comment section below. This is Mega Robert signing off.
Oh, Ben! You were switching from alien to alien in your sleep.
Uh-huh, sure I was, Gwen. Sounds like I'm not the only one who needs a nap.